Peas in a Pod, written by Anna Lou. This book is dedicated to Anna Mika, who is not only my book buddy, but my friend. This is Cow Tea Puppy, but everybody calls him C. There is something you should know about him. He's actually a toy, along with all his friends, Squeaky Sam, Happy Hallie, and Cool Cassie. One day, the toys were as bored as a box. Well, Maddie, their owner, was at a playdate. They figured they could come off the shelves and play a bit before Maddie came home. They could pull it off. They know the routine like the back of their hand. First, they all try to remember where they are placed, so Maddie doesn't get suspicious why they aren't where she left them. Second, Mr. Trampoline and Mrs. Cushion jump down below the shelves, so when the toys jump down, they don't break. The final step is to jump. The more daring toys jump on Mr. Trampoline for a fun bounce at the end, and the safer toys jump on Mrs. Cushion for a safe, soft landing. Once all the toys are on the ground, they set up the stations, one for shopping, to shop till you drop, another for the hospital to get repaired. The people who jump on Mrs. Cushion never come to this station. A station for Duck Duck Goose, and the last one is the boot camp station, to train in case Maddie comes back unexpectedly. C usually goes to Duck Duck Goose to laugh like a clown. "I'm home," yelled Maddie as loud as she could, and started running up to her room. C was so panicked he could faint. Everyone went into action. All the toys jumped on Mr. Trampoline to get up to their shelves. Just in the nick of time, everybody got settled, and Maddie came in and said, "Hey everybody," as usual. They all stared at her blankly like they weren't alive. When Maddie goes to sleep, they light up like Vegas. They do the same routine as the morning, but no stations, just lights. There's fireworks, light shows, and a presentation of the anatomy of the light bulb, presented by Yikes McTug, the mad scientist. There are millions of lights. Good thing Maddie is a heavy sleeper. There was only one time Maddie woke up during the party. The toys didn't get caught because they do drills, kind of like fire drills. There's one big light switch right near the fireworks. Whoever's closest to it, when Maddie wakes up, they run at the speed of light and shut it off like there's no tomorrow. It works every time. They thought Maddie was doing her homework downstairs, but apparently she changed her mind and decided not to, so she came upstairs to her room as quiet as a mouse. They had all the stations up, and they weren't prepared for her. She suddenly burst in the room with a huge smile on her face. Their instinct was to drop to the floor and act like they weren't alive, so Maddie would think they had been left there. The problem was, they didn't have time to put away the stations. They would have to hope for the best. When she came in, she instantly noticed the toys were misplaced. Her huge smile faded. She picked up C. She said, "Talk." Nothing. Now she demanded, "Talk." C said, Okay, you don't have to yell." Maddie dropped C because she was so surprised. C said, "Ouch, what'd you do that for?" Maddie screamed like a banshee and sprinted out of the room. All the toys sat up, looked at C, and said, "C, why did you talk to her?" "I don't like it when she gets mad at me," C replied strongly. The toys stared at him like he was crazy. "Hey, I had to," C said. There was just silence. They all had to register what just happened. Maddie came back in cautiously and apologized to C for dropping him. He had a rip in him, and his stuffing was coming out. Maddie brought him over to the hospital station and fixed him up. C and Maddie had become more comfortable around each other and started to gain trust. When Maddie went over to a friend's house, she would always bring C, but never let him talk. To this day, sometimes Maddie helps up the stations. Maddie does everything with the toys now. She brings them in the bathtub, brings them to school, and even takes them to her swim meets. Maddie and C are the best of friends. They're two peas in a pod. All because C did what was right and he doesn't regret it.